Once upon a time there was a beautiful princess named Princess Rose who lived in a shining castle. She had long golden hair that flowed down to her waist and bright blue eyes that sparkled like sapphires. Princess Rose was kind to all the people in the kingdom and loved animals, especially her horse Starlight that was as white as snow. One sunny morning, Princess Rose decided to go on a ride through the countryside on Starlight to visit the villagers. The flowers were blooming and the grass was a bright green as Starlight carried the princess down the dirt path. They passed by the baker carrying fresh bread, the blacksmith hammering metal, and the children playing in the town square. Everyone smiled and waved as the princess rode by. After stopping to talk to some of the villagers, Princess Rose ventured further into the countryside. The birds were singing in the trees when suddenly there was a loud roar that shook the ground. Princess Rose pulled on Starlight's reins to stop him. In front of them was a huge green dragon with yellow spikes and enormous wings. Smoke poured from the dragon's nostrils as he roared loudly at Princess Rose. The princess gasped and turned Starlight around to quickly gallop away as the ferocious dragon chased after them. Princess Rose's heart pounded as Starlight raced back towards the castle with the dragon close behind. As the castle came into view, Princess Rose let out a sigh of relief, thinking they would now be safe. But when she arrived, there was no one to be seen. "Hello?" Princess Rose called out, but the castle was completely empty. Where had everyone gone? Suddenly there was another earth-shaking roar as the terrible dragon landed in the courtyard. Princess Rose screamed and jumped off her horse, running up the castle steps. The dragon snorted, steam pouring from his nose and flames licking his mouth. Princess Rose ran down the castle halls looking for places to hide. The dragon stomped around the castle courtyard looking for the princess. He used his long spiky tail to smash holes in the castle walls and knocked over towers with his massive wings. Princess Rose hid behind tables and suits of armor, barely dodging falling debris as the castle crumbled around her. She tried to find a way out, but the ferocious dragon had destroyed all the exits. Trapped in a small room, Princess Rose huddled in a corner as the dragon clawed and smashed at the walls trying to get to her. "Somebody help me," she cried out, but there seemed to be no escape from the fearsome dragon. As the dragon broke down the walls, Princess Rose closed her eyes, expecting the worst. Suddenly, she heard the flap of wings and a shriek from the dragon. Peeking out the window, she couldn't believe her eyes. Flying around the dragon was a beautiful unicorn. He whinnied loudly and his horn glowed as he fired beams of light at the dragon. The dragon snapped at the unicorn with his jaws, but the unicorn nimbly flew out of the way. The dragon's tail swung around and hit one of the broken castle towers, causing it to collapse right on top of his head. The dragon wailed in pain as the unicorn continued attacking with blasts of light. Princess Rose quickly escaped the crumbling castle and ran to her horse Starlight, hurrying away into the countryside. The unicorn flew after them, leaving the dragon bellowing in rage under the rubble. When they were a safe distance away, the unicorn landed gracefully next to Princess Rose. "Thank you, brave unicorn," said the princess, stroking his shimmering white mane. "You saved my life." The unicorn bowed his head. In a flash of light, the unicorn transformed into a handsome prince. "It was my honor to rescue you," said the prince, holding Princess Rose's hand. "When I heard the dragon was attacking your castle, I came flying as fast as I could." Princess Rose gazed into the prince's kind, brown eyes. "Where did you come from?" she asked. "And how were you able to turn into a unicorn?" The prince smiled. "I come from a kingdom far away where unicorns roam the forests. When I was born, one blessed me with the power to become a unicorn." Princess Rose smiled back at the prince. She felt her heart flutter looking at his smiling face. "Thank you for saving me. Can I know your name?" The prince bowed. "I am Prince Braveheart." Princess Rose curtsied. "I think you are the bravest prince I've ever met." Prince Braveheart and Princess Rose looked into each other's eyes, both feeling that they had found someone special. From that day on, the two were inseparable. Prince Braveheart stayed in Princess Rose's kingdom, helping rebuild the castle and keeping watch for the dragon's return. Every day Princess Rose and Prince Braveheart grew closer, going on long horse rides, having picnics in the meadows, and dancing at fancy balls. After a year had passed, Prince Braveheart took Princess Rose's hand and got down on one knee. "Princess Rose, each moment with you is magical. Will you make me the happiest prince and be my bride?" Princess Rose joyfully said yes. The kingdom rejoiced for the two heroes who found love. On their wedding day, Prince Braveheart rode up to the castle on a beautiful unicorn to take the princess to the royal wedding. All the villagers waved and cheered when they saw the kind prince and the fair princess ride by. In the grand castle decorated with flowers, Princess Rose walked down the aisle in a gorgeous gown to marry her prince. "I will always keep you safe," Prince Braveheart said as they danced at their magical wedding. "And I will always love you," said Princess Rose. They sealed their vows with the most wonderful kiss while everyone applauded. Princess Rose and Prince Braveheart lived happily ever after, protecting their kingdom together. On some nights when the moon was full, they would ride across the countryside on Prince Braveheart's noble unicorn, remembering the day their magical adventure first began. And they always lived courageously and compassionately, helping their people, and most importantly, loving each other. The end.